I go by the name of Hlongwane Sipogazi Chantal. I remember the day when I learned how to read. I was just a small child sitting on the floor with a book in my hands. My granny sat next to me. She pointed at some letters and said, "This is your name." At that time, I was confused and not knowing what she was talking about. But she then taught me some letters and how they sound. Slowly, I began to understand some words. After that day, I was eager to read each and everything that came before my eyes. Then I began to understand some letters. They were no longer shapes in my eyes. They were words. They were my name. All thanks to my granny, now I am able to read long text in the university. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mabunda Butila and I want to talk about my literacy journey. When I first started reading and writing, it didn't come easy. At the age of 8, I used to struggle to read and write. I often mixed up letters and spelling was really difficult for me. A key person who shaped my literacy development was my grade 2 teacher, Miss Tandy. She would give me storybooks that I would take home in order to practice with. Over time, my reading and writing habits changed. I used to read young adult fiction. My writing skills became more formal. Reading and writing plays a big role in my academic life today because I can analyze text faster with more understanding. Thank you.
Hi, Major here, a University of Pretoria student. Let me brief you a little bit about my literacy journey. We learn a lot from parents. They teach us how to talk, how to call numbers and names correctly. But we would say we learned a lot from our primary journey, also our high school journey. In primary, you you learn perfectly to call names. You learn perfectly about numbers. That's why I learned a lot about numbers and uh, having to call a right name to be more computer literate. Our phones played a big role in teaching us how to use media. You know, there's a lot. So I urge all the learners out there that use they must use their phones wisely. They must use their phones wisely. They will thank themselves later, and also teachers they must allow them so that it limits their job in making the learners more computer literate because the learners they will also be knowing a little bit about media, computer, a lot of stuff. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tandogas. Here is my version summary of my literacy journey from grade R up to grade 4. When I first started school, I didn't know how to put letters together and write my own name, of which I found it confusing, and letters often got up mixed or be out of order. Then in grade 2, that is where I started to learn it slowly, and with the help from my teacher and practice, I began to realize letters and understand how they form words. My name correctly and felt more confident in writing. Now in university, I use that same effort and belief in myself to keep going even when my studies get difficult.
My name is Michelle Mujing and I'm here to share my literacy journey. I was introduced into the world of literacy at the age of 5, where I started to learn the basics like reading and writing my own name, numbers, or even vowels. I remember having trouble writing the number 5, and my grade 2 teacher, Mrs. Sebeko, and my mom helped me. But as I grow up, I learned that my reading and writing habits are changing. Compared to the previous years, I become more developed in the literacy world. My level of literacy is far more different compared to when I was in primary, high school, or even in university, and it's a good thing. Today I'm a student at the university and I learned that in the literacy world there's more than reading and writing. It's also a personal journey that shapes the type of person you'll become in the future.
Hey guys, my name is Amrela Mukowodi and today I'm gonna be sharing my literacy journey with you guys. So it all began in grade up where my teacher named Mem Sorodi taught me how to read and write. My teacher used to make learning fun by teaching us through stories and songs. As time went by, I got exposed to longer text. I used the internet for my academics. The biggest moment was when I had to deliver my speech in class. That's when I realized that reading and writing go hand in hand. Now in university, I use reading and writing every day. I use skills like skimming and scanning to study better. Reading and writing play a very crucial role in my life. They help me learn and do well in school. Thank you for tuning in.
My early experiences with reading and writing was in grade 1, when I first didn't know how to put the alphabets together in order to form words. And the person that has shaped my literacy journey is my grade 1 teacher, Mem Ubisi. She was really patient with me, and I can now read because of her. My reading and writing habits has changed over time because now I read like a different lot of books, and my literacy journey was significant because I am now able to express myself through reading and writing.
Hi, I'm John Maimani, and I'm going to share my literacy journey with you. My literacy journey started at grade R. It started when I was doing grade R. That's where I was taught how to read and write. And my grade R teacher, who was Mem Sadi, is the one who taught me how to read and write. And my reading and writing habits changed during my school journey. I wanted to tell Green some shit. Yeah. It started to change really when I was doing grade 7. That's when I knew the guy's balls. I was able to read fluently, and I was able to write. My literacy journey didn't really prepare me for my academic life of today, because here I'm experiencing new things that I didn't even know that I can able to do. So yeah.
Greetings, my name is Waka Maisela and I'm excited to share with you my literacy journey. As a child, my literacy journey began when I was in crèche, where I used to learn how to write my name and some other simple words, numbers, and alphabets. I remember enjoying reading my mother's books and magazines and occasionally writing my name and other words on my parents' closet, but unfortunately, I did not always get a positive outcome due to my actions. As I grew older, I developed my reading and writing skills further in primary school. I do not remember the title of the first book that I've read in my life, but I remember being taught how to write in the classwork books. This experience has stayed with me till today. In addition to traditional literacy, I also developed digital literacy. I remember enjoying playing with my parents' cell phones and laptops and being fascinated by the digital world. My literacy journey has had a significant impact on my academic life, and I learned to communicate effectively and analyze complex information. And I would confidently say the people who played a role in my literacy journey were my parents and my teachers, because they are the one who taught me basic things in the literacy world. In conclusion, I would say my literacy journey has been a transformation experience that has shaped me into the person I am today, and I'm grateful for the opportunities I had to develop my reading and writing skills. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hobo Dineo, and I'm here to talk about my literacy autobiography. My early experiences when it comes to reading and writing started when I was in lower grade in primary. Was when I started schooling. The teachers who helped me how to read and write are Mem Lukhoro and Mem Mushi. And with reading, I'm the one who taught myself how to read using the strategies that they gave me as I was struggling how to read at first. I started taking extra lessons to improve my vocabulary and how to read, pronunciate, and also how to write. I started reading books. That helped me improve myself. In conclusion, I will say if it wasn't for that experience, I wouldn't be here knowing how to read and write. Thank you.